Coach, talk about Beal in the fourth quarter. I think he was the only guy to score in the last 3.5 minutes, something like that.
He made some big shots for us. And I think, you guys kind of asked me before the game, if I'm worried about the way he shot in game one. As I always tell our guys, if you're taking the right shots, I never worry, make or miss. And you've got to make sure you continue to take that shot, take it with confidence. And I knew he'd come back and bounce back at some point. And he did. He was very confident tonight, stayed aggressive, even through some misses. So Brad made some big plays for us coming down the stretch.
Much stronger overall game from Wall tonight. What do you see from him?
Same thing. No, it's the exact same thing. You're not going to have the greatest game every night. And all you have to do is, I told him the same thing. I told both those young guys yesterday on our day off, I want you guys coming out playing with great confidence. I don't want to see any hesitation. That's what the response was. But John's that way. I don't ever really have to worry about John from a confidence standpoint. John believes each and every night he's going to come out and play great.
Randy, the run you went on to end the fourth quarter, I believe it was 14-4 to tie the game up. Can you just talk about that?
Well, defensively, we got stops. We finally got a little bit more aggressive with Augustine. We got consecutive stops is what won the game. And we were able to go down and score, to put us in a situation to have a chance to win at the end with Brad's shot. But it was our defense, and then the rebounding part too. We got hurt again offensive rebounding in the first half. I think they had 11, and Gibson, Noah, really hurt us on the offensive boards. And I thought Book came in and was big for us. They're in the fourth quarter and overtime of banging. You got a big block shot and rebounding the ball.
The Bulls have had a reputation for defensive intensity and hustle plays the last couple of years, but not only did you seem to match them in that, but it seemed like you won almost every loose ball.
Well, we've been building, okay? Last 2 years we've been in a lot of top 10 in a lot of defensive categories. This team's knows, I think, and has the belief that you have to win games. I'm an old school coach. I come from Bobby Knight. You had to play defense, and I still think defense wins at this stage of time here. And I've got our guys from last year, I think, really bought into that, and is carried forth this year. So I'm proud of what we've been able to accomplish the last couple of years with our defensive statistics. It's still got a long ways to go, but we're heading that direction.
Randy, you talked before the game about not being satisfied, being up 1-0. How gratifying was it to see the way they fought back down 10 in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, and it wasn't so much that. That's going to happen. Like we said, that was they're going to make a run. We talk about that before the game. We're not going to come out here and it's going to be easy. We might come out and play great at the first, and they're at some point going to make a run. And what are we going to do? We're going to withstand it. All right, we're going to splinter, or we're going to stay together and keep fighting. And it was the same in game one. We got down 13. But I thought really the key for us in both these first two wins is the way we came out in the first quarter. It just, we were into the game. And when we do that, we always give ourselves a chance. And I wanted them to be greedy. Nothing's guaranteed. Nothing's guaranteed now. We got 2 wins. You got to give 4. You got to give 4. And nothing's guaranteed from here on out. We've got to continue to understand why we won these games, how we went about doing them, and you know what? Game 3 we got to play harder and with more intensity.
Randy, last play, regulation, Beal's looking corner. Was that play pretty much drawn up?
Well, it's pretty much playing, he and Nene, a 2-man game, and they were going to play off of it. If you got double, we're going to obviously, get the ball back to Nene. But I had no problem with that shot. the way he was playing. So I had nothing. He wanted to be aggressive. I went after it, and I love that.
Coach, did you, I mean, obviously you're optimistic, did you realistically think that you'd come in here to the lower-ranked team and win both these games?
I think we've proven throughout the year with our road record this year, being, I think, tied for second in the East for most road wins, and who we've beaten on the road, that, you know what, if we play the way we're capable of playing, that we can win on the road. All right, and these guys believe that, but we have to understand why we won and continue to build off that. It's not easy. That was another grinded out game. It was physical warfare out there, bodies banging and diving on the floor. That's playoff basketball, and we've been lucky enough to come out on top the first game.
Coach, can you talk about Joakim Noah and what's been...
Well, I knew he was going to bounce back. Gosh, we had to stand out there and watch the trophy presentation. I call Adam Silver and see if we can sit in the locker room next time. But no, it was great. You know, it was well deserved. But I mean, that's what he's done all year for this team. He's been a catalyst for this team, and I knew that we were going to have our hands full with him, and then on top of it, getting Defensive Player of the Year, was an added bonus for him, I'm sure.
I know you briefly touched on Booker, the last 10 minutes, 28 minutes overall. What did you see from him?
Just defensive effort. He was battling with Gibson, down on the boards. That's what it basically boiled down to. Rebounding. I thought he defended him in the post, fought him in the post, and he then came up with a big block down the stretch there. So it was just his grittiness, toughness that he gave us. That's what I enjoyed.
Randy, it's been 6 years since Wizards fans have seen a home playoff game. What type of atmosphere will you be expecting?
Boy, I hope it's jumping. It's been a long time, you're right. Happy for the city, but more importantly, I'm happy for our guys. To be able to now see what it's like to come in here. One of the toughest places from a fan base standpoint in the playoffs to come in here, and now to experience it, back home. But again, I don't want to. We can't lose sight of why we have won these two games and continue to build on that. But I'm excited for the fans. Fans, been there for us the last 6 years too.
Randy, over here. When your guys defensively are getting rewarded with droughts from Chicago of 6 minutes, 7 minutes without points or field goals, that type of stuff, how much easier is it for them to sort of stay focused?
I think obviously that's it's going to be easier even when we show them when we get back home and show them the tape. And when you get 6, 7 stops in a row and you're down 10, that's how you can win the game. And we keep track of it throughout the game, how many stops we get in a row. And my coaches will tell me what it is, and if it's 1 or 2 in the course of the game, that's not very good. So we got it going there at the end, in the fourth quarter, where I think it was 6 or 7 stops in a row, and it kind of energizes those guys too. They take pride in it.
Thank you, guys.